What an incredible finish to this phenomenal show. This was really fun, guys. I've just come to the end of my 6th musical reaction and analysis series. I'm Peter Barber, by the way, professional singer and music producer. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed how this show wrapped up. A lot of good energy. I love how they changed the story, right? Great stuff. Really enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you can also gain a little extra appreciation for this show. That's really what I'm here for, to be your guide on that journey. And enjoy, and I'll see you after. All right, here we go. Oh, and there's the acoustic we just heard. A ukulele, maybe.
He got down on one knee, but I said no way. Packed my bags and moved into a nunnery. Joined the gospel choir, our riffs were on fire. At the top of the charts is where I'm gonna stay.
I just want to say I love this kind of instrumentation. I love like a driving kick with acoustic stringed instruments and then like pop leaning vocals. Avicii, believe it or not, made a couple songs similar to this. If you think of like Hey Brother, where it's like it's got this driving feeling, but it also has this kind of like acoustic folk. It's like acoustic folk pop. It's a I love it. I just love this. I just love that sound. And so this is great. I'm loving this so far. Ukulele or mandolin. Driving kick, acoustic stringed instrument.
He got down
Pop vocals.
on one knee, but I said no way. Packed my bags and moved into a nunnery. Joined the gospel choir, our riffs were on fire. At the top of the charts is where I'm gonna stay. Henry sent me a poem all about my green sleeves. I changed a couple words, put it on a sick beat. The song blew their minds. Next minute I was signed, and now I'm writing lyrics for Shake's EP.
This is a much happier ending for sure. I like are we going to get some kind of amalgamation of like all the songs you've heard in the show so far? This feels like a finale where that kind of thing is, pretty standard. But I don't think we've heard at least this acoustic folk pop setup, calling it right now. That's it. Previously in the show. Like that little interlude.
Since my first son, our family's grown. We've made a band and got quite well known. You could perhaps call us the Tudor Von Traps. I'm just kidding, we're called the Royaling Stones.
The Royaling Stones, great stuff. Now we get a shift. We get a shift away from the acoustic folk pop into like pop ballad. With this lovely piano progression that comes in.
Since my first son,
and I love the underwater drums, where it sounds like it has to do with how the frequencies have been attenuated or boosted in some cases, attenuated in this case, and where it sounds like the drum set's kind of like underwater. Very cool effect. And a total shift from what we just heard. The acoustic stringed instrument is very bright and in your face, and this drums and this piano is a much more kind of subdued sound.
Since my first son, our family's grown.
Some strings as well.
And got quite well known. You could perhaps call us the Tudor Von Traps. I'm just kidding, we're called the Royaling Stones. We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're ready to take our crown in glory for 5 more minutes. We're 6.
So we actually got this little motif in the dialogue section before this. We got that motif, and now here then it was just, I think, just strummed acoustic and, solo voice until they did the harmonies at the end. Now we get the full ensemble for it with the full band and all the all the bells and whistles. I believe they are singing totally in unison, which is cool, right? They're all unified. All the ex-wives of Henry are unified together. I think that's it's not like if there had been this complex set of harmonies that would make them sound not unified, but sometimes you can really show solidarity in characters if you just have them literally all singing the same notes and rhythms.
We're called the Royaling Stones. We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free
unison.
to take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes.
Just up to tenor high C, no problem. We've heard all these ladies go much higher.
Take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes. We're 6.
Claps. Yes, claps.
What a shame, yeah, my face. It cost me the crown, so I moved to the House of Holbein. In my hometown, his mates were super haughty, but I showed them how to party. Now on my tour of Prussia, everybody gets down. Music
Party. It's all matter party. So we're like running back through the show. So this real although musically it's different, right? The musical setting in which we're going back through the show is different, but we are giving each ex-wife of Henry just like a little recap of their song and their story, as far as I can tell.
What a shame, yeah, my face. It cost me the crown, so I moved to the House of Holbein.
House of Holbein.
His mates were super haughty, but I showed them how to party. Now on my tour of Prussia, everybody gets
down.
Music Man tried it on, and I was like, bye. So I thought, who needs him? I can give it a try. I learned everything. Now all I do is sing, and I'll do that until I die.
Whoa, okay. A crazy awesome riff. B, we actually hear the little flute instrument that she was referencing. We get that over in the right ear. We hear a flute
Gets the Music Man tried it
or a
on, and I
recorder.
was like, bye. So I thought, who needs him? I can give it a try.
It is a recorder, isn't it? You know, I have a recorder in my closet because my mom was cleaning out stuff from my childhood home, and she found a couple recorders from my elementary school days. So, right there. I used to know how to play Greensleeves. I'm not sure I could play it anymore, but just as that relates to this.
I was like, bye. So I thought, who needs him? I can give it a try. I learned everything. Now all I do is sing.
That's well spotted by Gigi. I think someone might be knocking at my door. Nope, just construction happening nearby. Okay, on we go.
I can give it.
Oh, I was saying Gigi, shout out for hearing the instrument in the song and then putting it in the animatic. Because so far, I don't think she's referenced the instrument in the lyrics yet. Maybe she will later.
Everybody gets the Music Man tried it on, and I was like, bye. So I thought, who needs him? I can give it a try. I learned everything. Now all I do is sing, and I'll do that until I.
There's a lot of notes in there.
Now all I do is sing, and I learned everything. Now all I do is sing, and I'll do that until I die. Heard all about these rocky chicks, loved every song and each remix. So I went out and found them, and we laid down an album. Now I don't need your love, all I need is 6.
Aww.
We're one.
Yeah, so this is a much better ending. Much better ending to this story, eh?
I went out and found them, and we laid down an album. Now I don't need your love, all I need is 6. That's lovely, babe. We're one of a kind, no category. Too many years lost in history. We're free to take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes. We're 6.
That's great. So they do the 1, 2, 3 thing, and then 4, 5. play on words for 4 or 5 more minutes in the counting, and then that's very, that is very clever. I didn't catch that the first time, how they use that there.
Sorry for 5 more minutes. We're 6. Whoa, whoa, we're 6.
Okay.
We're 6. Whoa, whoa, for 5 more minutes. It's the end.
I love these brass interjections here.
We're 6. Whoa, whoa, we're 6.
Good Lord, Mason, I did it again. My brain short-circuited. Oh, it's just it's a C again. It sounded higher to me than that. That's why I was thrown off. Anyway, I digress.
It's the end of the show of the history mix.
Ah, that's how it starts.
Change the prefix. Everybody knows that we used to be 6 wise.
Yeah, with that chord.
But we wanna say before we drop the curtain, nothing is for sure, nothing is for certain. All that we know is that we used to be 6 wise. But now we're 1.
Nice. Yeah, so we get finally a shout out back to the musical motif that started the whole show. If memory serves, I recorded those videos like 4 months ago for ex-wives, but I believe this is how the show starts musically.
It's the end of the show of the history mix. We switched up the flow and we changed the prefix. Everybody knows that we used to be 6 wise. But we wanna
With different, of course, very different backing instrumentation. So again, the musical foundation very different, but we're getting themes from previously in the show.
6 wise. But we wanna say before we drop the curtain, nothing is for sure, nothing is for certain. All that we know is that we used to be 6 wise.
I believe there's a cadential 6/4 cadence. Great stuff. That's when you have so let's say, well, I can probably talk about it in this key. So we're in E flat major. So this is when you'd have 6/4 means a second inversion of a chord. And so if you have E flat, G, B flat, your E flat major, you would have the B flat in the bass. And then you go from a 1/6/4, that's the second inversion of the 1 chord, E flat, to a 5 chord, which is a B flat major chord, and B flat is still in the bass. So you have B flat from the 1 chord in the bass, and then you have the B flat as the 5, the actual first scale degree of that in the bass, and then it resolves down. Then it goes so ba in the 1 chord as the 5, and then ba, the actual tonic of the chord for the 5 chord, and then down to the 1. The graphics are going to be crazy on that, Mason, because I was talking very fast. But great cadence. Love that cadence.
Nothing is for sure, nothing is for certain. All that we know is that we used to be 6 wise. But now we're 1 of high.
And then the key changed. Wait, what? Did they go to B major?
But now we're 1 of high. No category.
F sharp. I love the musical change as we go into this key change, which we went up to F sharps. We went up a minor third in key, and we get this kind of halftime. We don't have the driving force. It's a kind of like breakdown section. These massive drum fills. So that's higher now. Yeah, that's up to E flat 5 now because we're up a minor third. I love a fast arpeggio in the final section. Listen to this electronic arpeggio. It just adds so much motion. It just like really says like, this is the climax. This is the biggest moment in the song. Check it out. Ready? Sick. Now we get some harmonies. So we have Nope. I don't know what the bottom is. We have harmonies on those high notes in this section for the first time. They're not perfectly in unison. So now we get all the elements together. We get the voices, we get the we get the brass interjection, we get the arpeggio. We get all the stuff at once. E flat again, probably? Yeah, E flat again. Yeah. Absolute banger. So good. Really, really love that one. I do think we have one more bit left, at least as has been recommended by this playlist I'm watching here. So let's go on. Shout out to Gigi. That was great. I really, really liked this song. Acoustic folk pop, baby. Acoustic folk pop for that first section. That's my jam. All right, here we go. What's up next? Shout out KK. So we have a bootleg recording here. Is this like an encore? If like the crowd goes wild, do they like come back out and do this one? Here, yeah. This is kind of what I was saying last time that I thought the last one might end up being, is like where they actually musically run through all the songs from the show. The previous song was like story-wise with a new musical foundation. This one's actually proper, like musically running through all the songs. Yes, Heart of Stone. Love this one. This is so chaotic. At least in this bootleg recording, this is absolutely nuts. Is there a studio recording of this? I'd like to hear it. like they're all remixes because we're staying in this like house tempo basically, so everything's really driving. So it's cool to hear like the slower ballad ones in this much faster tempo. It totally changes it. That was absolutely insane. Oh, man. Okay, guys. This comes to the end of my reaction and analysis series for Six the Musical. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Hope you learned something. Hope you gained appreciation for this show. If you did, please do consider joining my Patreon. That's the best way to support me. Links down below. Also, I have written a 30-song musical about Achilles and the Trojan War. It's done. Music is done, and I'm finally starting to promote it on socials. You can get all that information below as well. And leave recommendations for musicals to check out. I've got to do my next series. Is it going to be Hadestown? Is it going to be Hamilton? Is it going to be Les Mis? I think I saw Les Mis a long time ago. But basically, I'm like a musical theater virgin. I haven't seen any shows, shockingly. So let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.